Hello all and welcome back to Missildine Online, and this is our third review show. It's Saturday, of course, which means we are reviewing a special channel today, and that is Super Dan 1989. Unfortunately, I only have one person that I'm reviewing today because I had some miscommunication on my end with somebody else. I thought they wanted a review, they didn't, so when I sat down to do it, it was too late. It was too late. They don't actually have a channel, they don't have videos or anything, so I messed up. That was my fault. And then I was going to add Jack McLean. I was going to add him on into this review show, but I want him to have time to feel better and work on his channel a little bit longer, he said. So I'll give him some time for that. So today, this week, is only one thing, but of all the channels that I've looked at so far, I think Super Dan has some stuff that everybody could learn from, so I would really suggest sticking through, watching this video, enjoying it. So Super Dan 1989, we're focusing on just you today. I hope you are shaking in your boots. I hope you're wearing boots so that you shake in them.
Hey guys, how's it going? Super Dan 1989 here. Welcome to my channel, guys. Now I mainly focus on Destiny videos. I try to help you guys out with, like farming areas, how to do stuff, and I really do stay up to date. So I hope that you enjoy my Destiny videos and stuff.
So today's show is of course going to consist of a review for Super Dan 1989. I have to say before we begin the review, Super Dan, you are one of the nicest people I've talked to on YouTube. Your videos are great, but I want to say that I'm going to tear you apart in this review, but that's because you're the only one for today, so I apologize if I sound too harsh at any point. Just remember, this is my opinion, and you are free to take it or leave it. So, let's talk about Super Dan 1989. So he joined YouTube in February 22nd, 2013, and he has 458 subs with 91,323 views, and his first video was 5 months ago. Can you believe that he's seen that kind of growth in that amount of time? And by the way, he gets around 67,000 views a month. That's incredible. Incredible. His first video, again, was August 15th, 2014, and he has come a super long way in a really short time. A lot of that is because of his personality, but it's also because of his really in-depth Destiny videos. I was really excited, by the way, when I was looking at your channel, and I saw the Fun Spot thing, because I've always wanted to go to Fun Spot, but honestly, they were kinda unwatchable. But then I saw that you redid it. That's fantastic, and I loved those videos, but you should delete the older ones. I know it kind of stinks to ever delete a video that you've made, but you really should delete those older ones because you're actually competing with yourself. People type in Fun Spot whatever, and those videos come up, they're gonna instantly leave, and they're not gonna see your other ones. So you want to have your other ones only. I don't think you want these shaky ones. You should just take those down. Okay, moving on to the review. So, your channel was kinda a mess for like the beginning month or so, maybe even a little bit longer, but as soon as you started doing Destiny, your videos really took off. You've totally found your niche, whatever. And I think that's Destiny for you. That doesn't necessarily mean, I don't know how to best put this, but looking through your channel and your backlog of videos is super overwhelming. You've released so many videos in such a short time, I honestly have no idea where to start, or what your channel is all about. That's not to say that that has continued till now, however. I do feel like you have already addressed this issue, and you've made Destiny your focus. I think this is really great for a building phase for you. I think concentrating on one game while building up your channel is a wonderful thing to do. Eventually, you'll be able to play anything you want, but I think right now is a great time to really focus on one thing, so keep that up. That doesn't mean that you can't occasionally release any other content. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, it's your channel. I would just, again, make that a focus. I will say, however, that your playlists are really good, but maybe consider splitting up the Destiny playlist. 205 videos is super intimidating, and by the time that playlist really grows, it's gonna be so big, people aren't going to want to click on that playlist. So if you split it up into, say, Destiny News, Destiny Gameplay, Destiny Let's Play, Destiny Strike, make a ton of Destiny playlists and put them in those, they're going to seem less daunting to the viewer. Alright, now that we talked about the organization of your channel, let's actually talk about the channel art. So, your thumbnails have way too much text on them. People can read the title of the video. You want to entice them with the image on the thumbnail. Give them some mystery, but not too much mystery. It's a delicate balance. You want them to be intrigued by... You want them to be super intrigued by the thumbnail and not have to read it just like they've read your description and your title. Your banner is great, and it clearly tells me what you do, but I think it may be the wrong size. I can only see 19.8. I can't see the 9. Not a big deal, and definitely better than your old banner. Your old banner was cut off all over the place, so you looked like Ooper Dan 19. Which is fine. Ooper Dan is cool. I just like Super Dan. Speaking of just branding overall and whatnot, though, your channel trailer is too long. You kind of ramble on a little in it, and I would maybe try scripting it. Honestly, I also need to take a second look at my trailer, so it's not a big deal. But this is something that should be a huge time investment for both of us. So many potential subscribers see that first, and it's worth mentioning though that your video part of that trailer was great. All of the video is good, it's just your commentary over it, you kind of catch yourself in a tangent and just kind of rant on about what you do on the channel. It should be short, concise, and it should leave people wanting more. Also, I'd like to see you do something with the idea of Super Dan. I don't know how to implement the Superman aspect into your channel, but let's talk about it over Skype or something. I think there are ways to implement this Super Dan type of thing as if you are a Superman type of character, if you will. Whether that's an intro where a cartoon version of yourself zooms across the screen flying and then maybe stops in the middle and puts his hands to his chest and it's, you know, a cartoon version of you, but with Super Dan on his chest. I don't know, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Cheesy, but cool. So moving on to the videos themselves, you upload a lot, which is great, but try to only do 1 or 2 videos a day. You really oversaturate yourself, and you spread your audience too thin. Since you love making content, and it seems like you do put a ton of time into making your content, I would suggest focusing that time on 1 super video a day. Something highly edited and engaging, possibly even scripted. I think that if you focus the time that you did on making all of these videos, like 6 to 7 videos a day, focus on 1 really good video. And speaking of scripting, I think this is something that you should focus on, at least for now. Your commentary is good, it is, but I think you need practice. YouTube is good for that, but streaming is better if you decide to stream because it kind of forces you to engage with what's happening on screen. And scripts can actually help you too. Eventually, if you use scripts enough, you'll be writing the scripts in your head as you speak, and things will just kind of flow out of you. I actually think, though, that this is the biggest thing you can work on. You have moments of fantastic commentary, but I want to see 100% that potential that you do have for commentary. I want to see it 100% throughout your entire video. There are a lot of times that I think maybe you could even edit out. Sometimes when you're like, oh, I need to think about this before I do it. And we want to see your thought process as well. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? We want to see that as a viewer. We want to know what you're doing so that we can either try to mimic it, try to outplay it, try to downplay it, whatever we want. So scripting should totally be a thing that you look into. I would suggest trying to do a Destiny News video where you do scripts. It sounded like in a couple of them that you did. And then there were a few when you actually were playing the game that sounded really disjointed. You stopped commentary in a couple videos that I watched for. If I combined all of the time in the video, it was maybe like a 30-minute video and you were probably silent for a good 10 minutes of it. That's too long for your audience to sit in complete silence, unless you're doing just gameplay videos. Moving on, your titles are great and your descriptions are fantastic. You have so much information in there. Your tags are awesome too, but be sure to tag yourself at least once, just Super Dan 1989. That's all you need to do. It'll help the searches, and if someone watches a video from you that has the tag Super Dan 1989, if it has that tag, people will start getting recommendations from YouTube of more things that have that tag. So you actually increase how many views you get based off of that. Also, I love your outros. Adding voice to the end card is a brilliant idea. Also, your end cards look really, really great. I'm wondering, are you starting to use Photoshop now? Have you not had it before and now you're starting to use it and get into it? Because your thumbnails also seem like they've improved a lot in quality. But again, I want to see that branding. I want to see that Super Dan, or, you know, I need to see some type of, yes, I'm clicking on that thumbnail because that is a video that Super Dan did, and I need to watch it. I would also try to recommend for content, Destiny is a big game, right? It's a big game with a lot of depth, but unfortunately not a lot of content. So I'd like to see some trick plays, some strategies, instead of just covering the content that's there, because I think you'll do that too quickly. I definitely want to see you, and I think you're starting to do this anyways, but I want to see you do some really cool gameplay tricks or something. What's going to set you apart from somebody like Dato, who was lucky enough to jump on the bandwagon of Destiny and was able to get his videos basically pushed by Bungie and Xbox, and everybody else were able to push his videos up, so that helped him a lot. You don't have that luck, that fortune that he got. So what needs to set you apart is that you can outplay most other players on that. Whether that means dedicating a ton of time to increasing your skills and becoming really good, I think that's something that you could focus on. I would also suggest, although PvP is a little hard in Destiny, I have a really hard time at it, PvP videos are something that people just love, they need it. Montages, stuff like that, people will come for that. So if you have to spend a ton of time becoming really good at it, I would suggest doing it. I think your channel is going to, it's already exploded, are you kidding? You've been doing this for 5 months and you have that much? Your channel's crazy good, Super Dan. And I really want to see it grow even more. And I think, I'm not the best at this, but I do think that if you do take some of the tips that I've given you, some of the advice and feedback, and you apply it to your channel, I think you have some monstrous potential. And I really look forward to doing some Destiny collaboration videos with you. Let's start doing it. Let me know. We'll play some Destiny. I am level 20, so I need your help. Thank you, Super Dan, for letting me review your channel. I hope that you enjoyed this feedback. If not, that's totally okay. If you disagree with anything, that's totally cool. If you have any more questions, be sure to leave a comment or send me a private message, whatever you want to do, and we'll talk about it. And there you have it, Super Dan 1989. That is your review for your channel. Let me know what you think. If you think I was way off base, totally let me know. These things happen. They happen. You guys are the earliest reviews, so of course I'm still going to be working out the things that might go wrong in the views and stuff like that. So next week we'll be covering Jack McLean and Sly music. Can't wait, but be sure, guys, be sure to go and check out Super Dan 1989. He even does giveaways on his channel. Literally one of the nicest people I've had the opportunity to meet on YouTube. And he's super active on my channel. The least I can do is pay you back. I hope you guys have learned something from this review. I know I have, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, Super Dan 1989, for being a participant in the show. Remember, never give up, never surrender.